Hi, I'm Dr. Jennifer V. Brown, your stroke specialist, and who is also aging gracefully with the stroke diagnosis. Today, we're going to discuss where to place the feet for safe, efficient sit to stand after stroke. So, sit to stand has two components. You have the horizontal phase, in which your body comes forward and your ankles have to be behind the knees. The hamstrings work to break your movement forward and set your legs in place. If you do not have a lot of pelvic groin mobility, particularly in the hip joint, your legs will go out. What you really want is for your trunk to be erect and your pelvis and trunk to move as a unit and your knees stay aligned underneath your hip joint with the ankles dorsiflex, which you can see in the second picture. Next is the vertical component. Your body is already forward. Your trunk, your center of mass, is placed in between your base of support, which is your buttocks, your thighs, and your feet. And so, with the vertical component, you really want an erect trunk and you want to be able to lift off. Let's look at this video. So there is some difficulty coming vertical because his feet are not posterior to his knees. The reason is because of the foot plate on the wheelchair. So sometimes if it's an environmental constraint, you have to account for that. So perhaps we get him scooted much further out, further on to the edge of the wheelchair. So let's look at the next video. So he's able to get up, but it takes some time. He is so rounded in his back and he's not getting this erect posture forward. But eventually he gets up with some assistance from me. And we had him so far to the edge of the chair, he couldn't put his arms back to help with that trunk extension. And you can get that with your humerus posteriorly, your scapula depressed on the thorax, and that little bit of push off helps to get lift off. So when you're getting vertical lift off, your tibias, your legs come backwards. Those posterior calf muscles are working concentrically. And then the very last thing to work to set you in a vertical position is your quadriceps. Your glute muscles fire to get you vertical and up over your knees. So, what are some clinical questions you should be asking? Is the AFO blocking the ankle from coming backwards in the horizontal phase? All right. Is there a portion of the wheelchair or seating surface that's blocking the ankles from coming backwards in the horizontal phase? I think those are the two critical things as we saw in this video. And don't forget about the flexibility in the hip joint, the pelvis moving over the femur, and the pelvis and the trunk moving as a unit. Remember, I'm your trusted source for all things AFO and stroke neurorehabilitation. Don't forget, evidence-based practice that we can apply to our population in order to treat effectively and efficiently. Thank you for listening to this video.